You'll need an administrator to establish the degree of customization desired and all of the available options for teams in the league. Now, it's worth mentioning that the administrator will have a lot of control and responsibility, but don't worry.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Grizzlies taking on the Lakers. For Memphis, approaching the playoffs, a good time to review the standings. And their 8 games back in the conference. A capable team indeed. Lakers, Grizzlies, the NBA on 2K Sports. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers, but Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA, thank you. Well, if you like free-flowing offenses that pile up the assist, Clark, you've come to the right place.
I tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And for the Lakers, Williamson out there with LeBron James. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's the great one, and it's Davis. In at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Outside, Bane. Back to Morant. Outside, Bane. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Williamson. Here he goes. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Now here's Brooks. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Doncic outside. To the middle. Williamson kicks to Doncic. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's the great one. Against Golden State, he was really on his game.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Adams. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Energy is important on the defensive end, and Davis provides it in spades.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter.
And you look at all the things Doncic can do. One in particular, he can control the pace of the game.
And Greg, I love that about him. His size, his strength, his savvy, his skill set. You really can't speed him up at the offensive end. Everything he does is at his pace and his tempo. He methodically breaks you down.
Doncic. And again, it's the Lakers.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Kicks it out to James. To the left wing. Williamson against Jackson. Over in the corner, Doncic. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, the Great One.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he has been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
The three from Morant.
Tell you what, like with most players, when Doncic is aggressive on defense, it makes a difference and causes his coaches to smile.
First trip to the line for him here. That free throw good from Doncic. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Both shots good from the stripe. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Doncic with the steal. Passes it to James. Floats it up for Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Memphis ball.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Golden State Warriors. Here's Williams, and Davis sends it back.
Davis so good with his timing and length to get up and deny shots.
Just 3 to shoot. Jones, no luck.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And Doncic gets it to go.
For 2.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Grizzlies.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Last time they met was in Memphis.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And I really think they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past
It's
performance.
time, everyone. Let's hear it for your Laker girls.
Let's take a look at the numbers. For Russell Westbrook. Just an incredible month of basketball, averaging about 15 points, almost 4 steals, and 6 assists. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Deflects the pass. Now the pass to Concho. Over in the corner, Williams. To stop the run. They get the rebound.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Clark against Williamson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here is Williams. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Clark outside. Jones, no one around him. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. To the left side wing. Walker surveying the floor. To the inside, Hachimura. lays it up and banks it in.
We had your
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Lakers on top, running away with it. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Heading to the court, the Laker girls.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Zion Williamson is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Reeves in at the 2-go. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Williamson's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. And something that's been on the uptick in the NBA is free throw shooting. League-wide, Clark, teams are having more success from the stripe than ever before.
The 2020s are on pace, Kevin, to be the best free throw shooting decade in the history of the game, with skilled players now favored relative to the old school bangers. I mean, everybody pretty much has to be able to knock down shots to be effective as a player in today's game. So the free throw shooting percentage is going up. Not much of a surprise to me.
Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. Morant passes to Bane. Brooks kicks to Bane. That one's off, still out of sync.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Inside, and he jams it with authority.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
For 3, Westbrook, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Jackson, rebounded by the Lakers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Brooks kicks to Morant. Back to Brooks. 5 to shoot. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Some changes for Memphis.
On the court.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Pass to Tillman. Memphis moving it around. Offensive rebound. Jones, no luck. LA's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Reeves. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good for the basket, starting off
Austin Reeves,
1 for 1 with that shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Westbrook. It's stolen by Jones. For the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Over in the corner, Williamson. Lets it go. Again, Los Angeles.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Westbrook finds Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Yeah, you better mind the ball when you've got Russell Westbrook defending you. This guy stays in front, and he's got active, aggressive hands.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
A big round of applause.
Thanks very much. Taylor Jenkins is here with us in the second quarter, Coach. Tough sledding at both ends of the floor. How do you fix it?
You know, it hurts our offense when we're not able to get stops and get out and running, so not a good quarter for us. You know, we just got to keep being aggressive defensively and be a little bit more disciplined.
And we'll see if that can pick up as the game continues. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Zion Williamson was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
They were in such a groove that entire first half, especially on the offensive end. Good play calling, good execution, and by and large, they take great shots.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the Grizzlies' first half?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot, giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, Ernie. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And your Lakers dance team. Welcome to the floor.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
On the wing, Bain. Morant with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Morant's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Memphis. That'll be a 5-second call.
5-second inbound violation. Memphis ball.
Here's Bain. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Bain's got his second basket of the night.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Off the inbound, and it's Morant missing. Here's Reeves. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center, locking down the middle.
And the lead starting to slip away.
Too many malfunctions. I mean, at just this quarter, those turnovers resulting in 7 points the other way.
About 1 minute played here in the second half.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
The turnovers continuing to be a problem here in this quarter.
They've been disjointed offensively, guys. I mean, they've given back some of the lead because of it.
And Adams has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Reeves. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Bain and the powerful one-handed slam.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Outside, Walker. Here's Hachimura, and that's good for 2.
Hachimura.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Brooks dishes to Jackson. They get it back. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lakers working the ball around now, and the 3 ball is good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And Adams kicks to Bain. The 3 from Morant. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Westbrook against Morant. Westbrook passes to Williamson.
2 minutes
just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes.
And Williamson throws it down.
And everything coming together for Zion offensively. He has been unreal tonight.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Down low. Here's Adams. Misses off the right iron. Los Angeles has gone along perfectly from 3-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. That's good for Williamson on the assist by Walker. Williamson's got 5 points now this quarter. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Knocked away. Adams in the corner. Outside, Bain. Pass to Morant. Morant against Walker.
Grizzlies foul.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off. And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Teams changing it up here.
Round of applause for your Lakers youth dance team.
First one falls for him. And so Walker nails both of them. Here's Conchar. Outside Williams. Tillman passes to Conchar. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's the great one. To the paint. Here's Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Jones, no luck.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And so it's Los Angeles, sitting on a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The Grizzlies shooting just 31% in the game. We've got Patrick Beverly. Ryan is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's the great one, and it's Walker in at the three, the small. Forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
And so it's Memphis with it. Conchar can't get it to go. Here's the great one, and he slams it down right on top of Brandon Clark.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Stolen away.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
Superb and
Oh my, what a
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bryant. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Jones dishes to Williams. Tipped away. Stolen by Walker. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Outside Williams. Jones looking for an opening. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
Count it, good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
And Cousins throws it down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Stolen by Beverly, all alone. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, I think the tenacity of Beverly is really what makes him a clawing, nagging nuisance as a defender.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And a nice shot by Bryant. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. And finish off by Bryant.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Knocked loose, stolen by Beverly. Here's the great one. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 6th assist on the night. .136 left in the fourth quarter. Knocks it loose. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding
for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under the belt.
And through consistent adjustments in this season series, they're going to come away with another victory here tonight, completing a 3-0 sweep for the year against the Grizzlies.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the Great One.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Los Angeles foul. DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Memphis, Xavier Tillman. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Bryant. Williamson comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. LeBron's checked in for Walker. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Patrick Beverley. The 3 for Doncic. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's the floater. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Lakers ball.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, guys. Russell, congrats. How satisfying is this win?
It's great. You know, did what we supposed to do. We came in and competed at a high level defensively for the most part and got the win.
And you continue to keep it rolling, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.